taught by the same instructors, and in the same conducive environment, yet their success rates vary significantly after their studies. It was then discovered that the secret to success wasn't just in the mastery of skills, it is deeply rooted in the excellence of character, unwavering dedication, and consistent efforts. And thus, mindtalk was born. In 2018, mindtalk started at SQI College of ICT in order to increase not only the percentage rate of student success, but also imbibe students with excellent character through effective communication, emotional intelligence, adaptability, teamwork, problem-solving skills, time management, leadership, conflict resolution, work ethics, networking, consistency, empathy, confidence, resilience, excellence, integrity, discipline, accountability, positivity, and curiosity. At mindtalk, we envision a future where every student is not just academically empowered, but undergoes a transformative journey that enriches every facet of their lives. And our vision is to be a guiding force, fostering holistic development and creating a community where students emerge as resilient, socially conscious, and enterprising individuals. This is mindtalk.
Can you join your hands together? So this is mindtalk. Can you tell someone welcome to mindtalk? You don't seem like you are excited to welcome them. Say welcome to mindtalk. That's amazing. That's amazing. So this morning, for this edition, we have an interesting topic to discuss. Exactly 1 year ago, we had the part 1 of that subject. It's called uniform. Can you echo it together with me? Uniform. Yes. So we had the first edition of that theme, of that topic, November last year, and this year this month we want to have the part 2 of it. And some of you, maybe since you didn't attend maybe the first one, you're like, what's uniform? What are we talking about? Is it the clothes we wear? Now most of us are used to the uniform that we wore in primary school, in secondary school, and even some LAUTECH students, they still wear uniform, no shades. So but we're not talking about that kind of uniform. We're talking about something that is more unifying, something that it seems little and big at the same time, something that can make or mar your destiny, something that can determine whether you will be given access into a room or whether you will be sent out of the room. That is what we're talking about. So this is one conversation that you want to pay rapt attention to. You want to pay rapt attention to this conversation. And I remember the last time we had the conversation on uniform, the director gave us 3 examples of schools then. Do you still remember? If you were there, can you wave your hands? You remember the Abiodun school? You remember St. Michael's? You remember? Oh, good. What was the third one? St. Michael's, Abiodun, and... I'm trying to remember this. I will remember. Agege lo man challenge, abi? So maybe today we don't know who will be Abiodun. We don't know who will still be St. Michael's or Agege. But whichever one you belong to, there can always be a change, and that is why we are in the room this morning. So this session is going to be anchored by no one else other than our very amazing Director, Dr. Adeyemi Aderinto. But before he comes forward, please, I would like to read your profile, sir. Okay, thank you very much, sir. Can we jam our hands together as he comes forward?
Thank you so much. I'm glad to be here again this morning and having this session with you. I'm starting to feel like this was the same clothes I wear. Okay. Well, that would have meant something. Yeah. Are you excited for this session?
Yes, sir.
All right, great. I want to acknowledge the presence of the pioneer rector for the wonderful work they did during this time. Thank you so much. For every senior colleagues at SQI. So for everyone joining SQI for the first time, and this is the first time you are hearing about the Mind Talk, I will say it in a different way from what Sister Janet has said it before. Mind Talk, like she said, is a class outside a class. Is that what you said? Beyond the class, a class beyond the class. So if you have ever had this thought in your mind that how can you be so good at something and they are taking on someone else that are not as good as you are, the problem could be other things you didn't learn inside the class. All right, you have the skills, you could be so great at the skills, but maybe if you lack understanding on how to approach, pitch your skill, for example, you just realize that as good as you are not getting anywhere in life. So that's why we created this Mind Talk, so that you can learn those parts too, those secrets that makes you to want to envy someone else. All right, connections and the likes. So before we go into our topic today, I don't know, I'm bothered about what happened at the Kahoot today. I'm struggling to let it leave my mind. I don't understand. It has to be investigated. Yes. Because, we thought we should give Iworo the chance to win. I can't just understand. And Abuja, they were complaining as at last week that they don't have good internet. So I'm suspecting maybe some people here register as Abuja. The winner is still from Ogbomoso. I'm not being biased anyway. So let's see, maybe when we take it to Oshogbo or Dugbe or any other campus, maybe they will be fine. Then someone register as international campus. Why did you register as international when you cannot prove to be international? So anyway, Iworo, congratulations for being the host today. At least you are the host. I will say hi to every other person in other campuses as well. So like I said, about this, a class beyond the class, that after you have earned the skills, what are still those things that can disqualify you in life? You are so good as a programmer, as a designer, as what else? Whatever you do, what is digital marketer? Thank you. What is that thing that can still disqualify you? So let's quickly look at, revise what we had from the last Mind Talk. So I will say previously from the last Mind Talk. Previously what? As somebody saying previously on Prison Break there. Now we know you. Previously from the last Mind Talk, we're supposed to be making it some sort of a question and answers to be sure we retain the knowledge. But as I'm bringing them up, I would like to be getting some responses from us so that we could save time. So from the last Mind Talk, we talked about identity, right? Although it was titled uniform. You can bring it closer here. Yeah, closer here. I'm trying to understand this uniform. Bring the chair too. The uniform of your cap. All right. So we talked so much about identity, right? And then we began from your identification card. It's used to identify you. But your identification card, to a very large extent, is unique. You have your name on it. But we have another kind of identity that is shared. We use it to identify you. But this one, you share it with so many other persons. And that makes it a challenge. It could also be, it's also a benefit anyway, but it also comes with its challenges. All right? For example, if you are black, you share, we use it to identify you. Janet, a black lady. But that skin color identifies you with every other person that is also black. And if black people have been bad, unfortunately you will share that reputation too. Are you getting that?
Yes, sir.
Meanwhile, you see, your uniform, your identity speaks before you speak. And some people does not even wait for you to speak. They only listen to your identity and they take their clue from there. So they don't speak to you. Your being black already speaks. Oh, black people are poor if you are in the Western nations. That's their belief. My sister is still fighting that battle till today. She still shared it that, yeah, you said we are poor. We pay the highest school fee in the US, in the UK, and yet. Then one man shared a joke online. I've forgotten his name. It's so popular like this. He said his mother used to say, pray for children in Mississippi. Because there we have children that are fat and starving. Africa needs to send food to them. It was kind of a joke, but he was trying to change the narrative. If you are an Ijebu man here, raise up your hand. Ijebu, you are from Ijebu. Proudly wave, proudly please. No Ijebu? Oh, Ijebu sister. Ijebu sister, please stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Stand up, oh, amazing. There is one Ijebu brother that I know here. Abba. Mr. Sheyi is Ijebu. Wow. He's hearing me. Then, where is Tokwe? Is Tokwe here? Jinad. Okay, Tokwe is not here. Tokwe is Ijebu. How many of you knows Jinad, Tokwe? Great. We are coming back there. What's that common thing you know about Ijebu people? Unfortunately, before she speaks, you want to identify her with that. Can you imagine? She did not tell you anything about her. You want to say she is stingy. What's your name, please? What? Temiloluwa. How much? But I know Tokwe Jinad, who is also from Ijebu, but Tokwe is not stingy. Tokwe is a real giver. Temiloluwa, which one are you? You are not stingy. You are a giver. Unfortunately, even though she is a giver, she will still have to share in that identity. And I don't know why. I don't know why. We have to check the history. Why do we identify Ijebu people as being stingy? That fact is not true. Temiloluwa, please have your seat briefly. We might be having this mind talk together. All right. So, we said, okay, I've mentioned this. It's a shared identity. You share the appearance, the behavior, accent, nationality, the family name. You share everything, whether good or bad. Some identities open doors while some close doors. People will share identity repeatedly and repeatedly damage its reputation can put you in a difficult position, no matter how innocent you are. All right? That is why this understanding should also help you to change an habit. You can't afford to slander comfortably anyone that shares identity with you and think you will escape it. You can't get to a place and talk about me, for example, anyhow. We share identity. We are from the same country. You go online, just talk about we are from the same country. The day you show up also, that same identity will be applied on you. And you get what I'm talking about right now. So to a very large extent, if you have noticed, CNN does this so much. CNN. They can give all kinds of identity to other countries. But US, there was a day I observed that whenever they show Africa, they always put some kind of yellow shade on it. Have you observed? Even in movies, yellow, some kind of yellow shade like this. that will make it look depressed. And if it is anywhere else, you see the kind of reflection, this our blue something glass, they will put it on places like the UK, like, you just see that it's more beautiful. And somehow, whenever you now hear the word Africa, even you that is from Africa will feel low about Africa. And when you get to a place where there is a white man, you feel more proud to take a selfie. You want to take a selfie, you want to make sure the white man is showing in the background. Because you feel more proud identifying with a white skin. Are you following that? They are smart, they understand that. They are not like they are not being blamed for doing that. Nitoba roko, abi, about anybody ko roko. Now. So it's just you. Thank God you all have your CNN now, your Twitter, your Facebook. So it now depends on you. So whenever you are saying anything possible, anything positive concerning someone that looks like you, you are not just helping that person, you are helping yourself as well. If you have ever been angry with Dangote's refinery, raise up your hand. Raise up. We just want to hear your opinion. We just want to know why you are angry. But if you are envious, for example, let's assume that I'm also one of these $10 and the likes, and I'm now envious of Dangote. I wish that refinery will not work, or those that are trying to sabotage it. If it fails and dollar goes to 2,000 naira, do you know that one day I check Iranian currency and I realized that theirs is in maybe I can't really remember, is it 17,000 or more? So that gave me a shock that it's possible for naira to get this far. If you get that far, is it only Dangote you've destroyed? We all share from it. Are you following that? All right. So we also said if people will share your identity, okay, we said that. Conversely, when individuals will share your identity, consistently act in ways that elevate its perception, it gives you an advantage. All right. Last time I wanted to visit Ghana, you know, the first thing I was telling my wife, say, hey, and I heard that my Nigerian people are doing some things in Ghana right now, like some did in South Africa. So if I show up there, I have to be smart to know where to say I came from. If it is among their admirers, they might do something before I could explain myself. And there will be areas, of course, where they must have been doing greatly. If I show up there, I will share their benefit too. Right. Uniform, a shared identity is such a powerful thing. So powerful. So I also mentioned this, I emphasize on this. I don't know if any of you took note of it. I said life is already challenging. Why make it harder for yourself? By just identifying yourself anyhow with anything. Like your sagging lasso is an identity and it's shared. Have you know, and so on. Wouldn't it be wisdom for you to work on identities that are making life difficult for you, the ones that are within your power to change? Isn't it wisdom? Isn't it? But some people always say things like, this is me. The question is, what is actually you? Is that statement true? Accept me as I am. Is that statement true? Is it true? I'm expecting yes, no. Yes, no. is it really true? You speak in such an awkward manner. You say, this is so rotten. I said, accept me. And because of that, we are all avoiding you. Because before you open your mouth, by the time you open your mouth here, everybody will turn their neck to go, what? Where is this person coming from? It doesn't make sense to keep identities that are beyond your control. I mean, that are within your power to change, and you refuse to change them. So the second one is there says, make your identity work for you, and not what? Not against you. The fact that you can change it, I want you to also know this, does not mean it should be changed or it must be changed. We are coming back there. Because the problem may not be that identity, it may be the environment. All right? We are coming back there. You don't just change because it is wrong. Sometimes we make a change just because it is needed. And now you will notice that when we're trying to check which identity are inherited, unchangeable, and the ones that are changeable, we were getting some kind of yes or no answer. Now, the reason for this is because what determines if an identity can be changed or not is the cost to change it sometimes, the cost in terms of time, in terms of energy, money, or whatsoever. All right? For instance, now, how much time and energy do you think it will take for me to tell the world that, for example, this ought to be a global standard official dress? Think of the costs. It's not impossible. Do you know it's not impossible? But think of the costs. If we invite you here right now to come and speak, and you cannot speak English, what should you do? You said get an interpreter. What else can you do? How long does it take to learn English, ma? For someone that can't speak at all. But he has to speak now. Now, that's where your yes and no was coming from. The costs, the time. For him to learn English. It would be so great if you can speak fluently in English. My English is not the best in the world. All right? We still have some English there. As you are listening to it, you know that you say this is Queen English. You are already identifying the English to Queen. This is not Queen, right? This is what? Oh my God. So at that moment, when you are asked to come over here and speak, and what you have is a good Yoruba, what should you do? You come here proudly. Are you getting what I'm talking about? And you confidently speak that Yoruba. While you boldly ask for an interpreter, say, oh, do you share me? Oh, for me, be. Do you know? Do you know that you can end up with that speech and you get a standing ovation? But it can only come if you carry that identity that could not be changed at that moment proudly. Because there is nothing wrong with that identity in itself. The problem is the environment. It's not all identity that we are trying to work on that are actually wrong. Some is just the environment demanding for it. At that moment, we didn't do anything wrong. It's not even sagging to an extent. There are places you enter, you'll be accepted. Hope you know. In fact, God forbid, if you are entering the prison, you might want to sag and show that you are. Don't come near me, I'm mean too. We used to do that. I told you in the last Mind Talk. But I grew up in you remember, you these people, which kind of identity are you remembering about me? I grew up in Onifade Street, Mushiolosha, Lagos. And that place, if you are not tough, if you are not tough, you can't survive 24 hours. What? You go out and you will not return. I told you that one day I was coming back from school. Did I say that in the last Mind Talk? I was coming back from school and I saw two people fighting at a Coca-Cola depot. And I stopped to watch the fight. When I was watching that fight, one of the fighters, there were three people there, two people fighting, and one person trying to separate them. One of the person fighting took a bottle, empty bottle, smashed it on the person trying to separate them. You know how strong Coca-Cola bottles are now? Maybe the ones in those days, anyway. And stabbed the one he was fighting. That's the kind of environment. Immediately I saw that happen. I heard the voice of my mother. And I changed direction. I'm not supposed to be here. Don't worry. You see, when I now got to Ogbomoso, something happened to me. You will stop a cab. Then it was this small cab that was popular in Ogbomoso. Then you stop a cab. Cabs in Ogbomoso will stop and wait for you. You can walk majestically to a cab in Ogbomoso and open. I say, "Esu for me now." In Lagos. Those times, Molue was so popular. Molue, those big buses that you can only hang. You will hang outside. If you don't run fast, you will miss that opportunity to hang outside the bus. You are outside the bus. So I remember that whenever I come to Ogbomoso and the taxi stop, I will start running aggressively to meet the taxi. And people will be looking at me like, "Are you normal?" I spent a while in Ogbomoso and I understood the culture. Oh, this place is different, it's calm. Let's behave calmly. But I began to do something. If the moment I am dropping in Ojota or which other place, Oshodi, Lagos, from Ogbomoso, my attitude changed. I began to walk aggressively with my bag. And people don't say, and you look that direction. So I walk, look right, especially if you are in Oshodi. And when I come back to Ogbomoso, I have learned how to change it again and be calm. So in both places, I am accepted. Have I done anything wrong? No, I'm still myself. But I'm smart enough to know what works in each area. Are you following what I'm talking about? If you are smart with this thing in life, the moment you show up in places, 90% of the door, 90% of that door is already open. The rest is just for you to just a little kick and you are in. Make life easy for yourself. Make what? If I've gone to Lagos and I am insisting that, no, why would you be running after a bus? Life should be calm. Why should we all be working aggressively? Talonlewa. Lagos. You may not get home with that bag. Those times in Oshodi when I was growing up, we've seen some of our sisters come back home without their earrings, their golden earrings. And if it's just the earrings, then that would have been okay. But the way they snatch the earring, that hair will not come back home the same. just hold the gold and snatch it. So you enter Oshodi, you draw fine girl and do like if you touch me. Although you cannot do anything, you don't have the power to do it, but your look, your mood should be, if you So let's go to the next one. Keep going. Keep going. So let's quickly talk about inherited uniform. I just used this name for, I thought of several names, but I felt this should be okay. The ones you cannot change, inherited uniform. Although the first question you might want to ask is that, is my uniform really permanent, sha? That's why we have a shade in between. We have some that are purely yes, some that are no, and some that is a shade in between. If you look at nature itself, life gives you the most permanent uniform that you can't change. If you try to change, the cost will be too high. For instance, if you are black and you try to make yourself white, you'll be damaging your skin. Do you get what I'm talking about? The cost, the sacrifice is too high. So your skin color, or let's do it this way. Is your skin color nature or not? Yes or no? Yes. Your accent, yes or no? Accent? Accent? Accent, yes or no? The moment you were born, you started speaking in Yoruba accent. I'm talking about nature right now. See, the gradient is coming, you know, as you grow, as you choose other things. From nature, you didn't take your accent from nature. It's not permanent. If you grew up in the UK, you will be speaking as British. Do you get what I'm talking about? What else? Your hair. Yes or no, nature? Yes or no? Yes, correct, yes. Which other one? Your eye color and a few other things anyway. There was this game I played recently, I think last month. It was a VR game, all right? And that game, inside of it, is a sword game. You get to fight, have a sword fight with another person somewhere else in the world. So you just put on the VR, you will see a very, a mythical environment, very big, very large. It looks heavenly, sometimes it looks like hell, all kinds of mythical things anyway. Then you see swords. They will hang swords several places with shields. So you pick the sword, pick the shield. So people that are looking at you will only see you hold like this and like this. You will be the only one saying that you are holding a sword and a shield. So I decided to join a group. And the moment I entered that group, I saw some people very afar off, 3 of them. They were checking some swords. So those swords, they were so ancient. So they were talking about it. Then one of them looked from afar and saw me too and said, oh, someone has joined. Someone is there. Let's go and meet him. So as they moved closer, they were all British from their accent. So they asked me, what's your name? I told them my name. And he said, you have a strong accent. Where are you from? Before they were young chaps. Before I said, I'm from here. He said, German? I said, no. Russian? I said, no. He mentioned one other country. I said, no. He said, so where are you from? I said, Nigeria. And all the 3 said, wow. The moment they said, wow, I was looking like this. Which wow? Is it wow good or wow bad? Before they could answer, my My network proved that I'm from Nigeria. And disconnected me. Oh my God. So, when the identity is inherited, and we cannot choose where we were born. We cannot choose where we were born, the tribe we came from, our natural looks, our skin color, our family history, or the stereotypes attached to them. These are uniforms life gave to us. Next. So this one said you may not choose a uniform, but you can choose how it is interpreted. So, my black skin, I can choose how it's interpreted. One thing I've observed is that in starting a business, sometimes the name matters, sometimes the name do not matter. If you are just starting, the name matters a lot. As time goes on, you'll be the one to define that name. Like when Apple was starting, to people it might look like Apple Bawo. Are we selling fruit here? But as time goes on, that company redefines that name. If I say Apple here, why are you thinking of Apple as a device than Apple as a fruit? So somehow the reputation of that company has hijacked that identity from the primary source and gave it a different. So Apple, you go this direction first. So let's go to the next one. Let's see, how can you choose how it's interpreted, what to do when it's inherited? And this is not complete, it should be, and it is a bad, with a bad reputation. The identity is not bad in itself, but the contributors over the years have made it look bad. Okay? Maybe sagging may not have been bad, but the people that have been sagging, prisoners, thugs, already made it bad. You get what I'm talking about? So let's think of the ones that are bad in itself, and the ones that are not bad in itself, but only has bad reputation due to, long-time contribution by its contributors. So what should you do when you find yourself in that situation? Number one, you strengthen what you cannot change. That's the example I gave you with you are invited to speak right now. You shouldn't worry yourself about, I can't speak in English. You strengthen, you make sure your entire Yoruba is impressive. You do it well. Like, do it well. And you'll be surprised that you'll be accepted, depending on the content. Number two, you carry yourself with dignity. That also looks like it. Carry yourself with dignity. They are already saying Africa is poor. You now show up. You show up looking, I don't know. Come. You look handsome. I would like to identify with you. Yeah, you. Aha, good. They said Africa is poor. When you show up, please show up clean. You don't show up and you now really look up. Like, when you look at his face, you will notice that he has done so good to his skin this morning. Things looks good. I don't think I even look as good. I should have shaved. So you don't show up at the airport where they are already discriminating against people of your identity. You now show up worse. You should make them doubt what they have been saying. Now you get what I'm talking about. So, thank you. Carry yourself with dignity. The next one. See, nobody can argue value. You are saying he is African, but he's the only person that can do this. Hello? Elon Musk is from Africa, do you think it's easy for them to say, please leave? What? Value. I will tell you more about value later. Let's go to this. Choose your associations carefully. I will also say something here. I will call it create your own niche. When you share uniform with a very large group of people with so much damaged reputation, it might be too costly for you to change the reputation for the whole, for example, whole nation, all right, or the whole continent. It is smart for you to create a niche out of Africa, for example, or out of Nigeria, for example, and give that niche a name. And make sure you begin to contribute positively to that name. That is why we have clubs sometimes. So if we are saying everyone in your state is bad, then I'm going to create a club, give it a name, and make sure everybody coming from that club, even though they are still in your state, are doing well. From that niche, I cannot begin to affect other parts. So that was what SQI is trying to do. For instance, we brought you together. Say Africa can't do this, Africa can't do that. Even Africa contributes to it. Then there used to be a popular statement. They say Adeyemi. It means it's only the wizardry of white men that can do this. We feel it's too far from us. Okay, let's give ourselves a name. Let's make sure everybody from SQI does well. Everybody from SQI does well. That's a niche. Immediately you realize that people from SQI are not doing so good, then you now have to create another niche. Abeokuta campus is different. So now, that helps you to a very large extent. And it makes you not to be slack when you see someone else damaging the identity you share. We made that error, we made that mistake. You applaud people sometimes and you call their untruthful dealings, you call it smart. Someone sharing your skin color with your name, duped someone and you are calling it smart, you are applauding the person. And you didn't know that the next time that same person sees you, you will not be wondering why you keep on submitting proposals and there is no single call. You show up with some school name, the moment they see it in your CV, the response has always been, we'll get back to you. But while you were in school, you were praising everyone with that same school name that does things wrongly and you are calling it smart. Oh boy, it's smart, sha. You do you sound smart that way? You see, everybody that has ever contributed to the uniform you share contributed to your difficulty in life. For instance, have you noticed, those of you that has been at the main campus SQI for a while, notice that the back door used to be open so that you could gain access easily to the conveniences. But now somehow you have to go through the front, which is a longer journey before you could visit the convenience, right? Why do you think that happened? Some people devise a way not to pay school fees and sees coming through the back as the option. And I don't understand how you want the system to keep running if you don't pay for the value you are being given. And I don't understand what you mean if you call that smart. Well, smart, because someone throughout if you graduate, is that smart? Now, this smartness has made life more difficult for you because you have to go through a longer journey just to ease yourself. So the next time you say to someone or say about someone is smart, ask, be sure that that person is truly smart. And ask yourself that, am I even smart enough by saying this? Because why would I be praising something that will make life difficult for me? Something I didn't do myself. So, coin out a niche. Choose your own association. Even from here, you can start doing that now. At the football pitch, the football pitch is closer to my office. There is a voice I've been tracing. That voice can curse, Kai, all sorts of things. Yeah, Kai. I wish to meet that person one day. What a poor uniform. Sometimes, maybe the environment he grew up was like the environment I came from, where you have to show that you are tough. But now, you should be smart to know that it's time for me to drop this uniform. Because when you enter the palace, you have to learn the language, or they will return you back to where you are coming from. This place is different. Doesn't it look different to you? Now you join, you still retain. Before you know it, see, with that language, nobody wants to associate with you. I might see you 5 years after, and I will just know that, this person is the wrong person. I will be asking myself, why you? It still looks familiar. I can't remember where I met him, but am I Baba boy? You know they meet here more. It's my subconscious that is speaking. So the last one, let's say it together. Accept the unchangeable with peace, with pride, with dignity. Let's quickly look at some pictures as we move to closing. Okay, good. All right. Okay. Take a step back. All right. Yeah. So when you look at this place, I try to put just to add the ones that are more difficult to change. Some are given by nature, some are given by family, some are given to you by religion. It can never have yes to it cannot be changed. All right. These ones: diversity, speech, discipline, association, habits, digital identity. Some of you, digital identity is bad. Want to go and fix it quickly. Now that they are even asking for your social media handles at the embassy, US already said that. As you are applying for visa, drop your social media handle. So this funnel can strengthen this. The reputation of your skin color can be changed by regular contribution of your character, habits. And you begin to see that globally, black men can begin to be seen as people that are rich in culture, people that are rich in integrity. Japan is doing that, do you know? They try to give themselves one polished look. Like when they came for the Olympic, was it Olympic? They were the only country to pack all the litters before they left. And we've been hearing things like that about them. So I wasn't surprised when my wife said, I want us to visit Japan. Somehow you just feel attracted. They are giving, even if you meet a Japanese that is dirty, somehow you still create an excuse. No. So as you continue to do this properly, start speaking anyhow, talking anyhow online. I don't usually like the comment section where my people are. You will struggle to find intellect there. It will be insult and all kinds of things. What? Especially on X. But when I read comments of some nations, you will learn from that comment. As they are opposing each other, they oppose respectfully. Guy! Bàbá mi sọ fún o dẹ̀ má ṣe ẹni àmọ́. Má ṣe ẹni àmọ́ náà. O sọ fún o. O máa ń kó lọ kó bára bí. Má ṣe ẹni àmọ́. Let's go to the pictures, please. The images. So look at this image. This is my sister. This is my sister. When she got to Canada, in the city when she became a nurse, that city was, or is till now, 99.999% white. So just herself and her family are black. So it's easy to identify, there is one black fellow there. And in her place of work, she is so good at what she does. But somehow, that profiling was on her. That the time came when the charge nurse resigned, and she's the most qualified person. They refused to give her that position. What do? They will now send for another charge nurse from another city. That one will travel down to sign the report. It's only the report that a charge nurse signed that are accepted. But she told me something one day. She said, do you know that the report this lady comes to sign all the time, I prepared those reports. She has nothing to change about it. In fact, she may not be able to prepare a more excellent report. So she was furious. And at the point she said, I will stop preparing any report again. She should come by herself. I'm preparing the report. I said, no, that's what they are waiting for. Africans are aggressive. You will still it up like that. What will you do? You will keep preparing the report excellently and joyfully. I'm very sure that for you to be talking to me like this now, you are not joyfully giving her that report to sign. But now, you will joyfully give her that report to sign. Like, joyfully. Oh, somehow when you get angry easily, you are staining something. All right? So she started doing that. Oh, this is a place. This is what do you need? Just tell me anything. I will do it. At the point, it was this fellow that said, why would I be coming from afar when Nike can do it? And when she now became a child nurse, which she does things, no anger, no this, yet bold. That also, when you get to a place and you are like timid, you are keeping silence too much. Silence in Nigeria, in Yoruba culture, in some places shows humility and respect. It doesn't show humility and respect there. It shows dullard, it shows dump. Frustrating in Yoruba land shows everybody you applaud. But do you know that the same Nigerian or Yoruba that is applauding Whiskey, prostrating for Sunny Ade, if you see him prostrating for, give me a name, for a white singer name, Jay-Z, is it Jay-Z? If you see him prostrating for Jay-Z, what will you say? The same action, the culture, different. So, the culture here expects brilliance. It expects being outspoken. It expects being calm. One of your alumni here told me that it was after he resigned from Google, that he understood that what he was calling racism was not actually racism. It was because of the way he has been keeping silent. So, and he has, you are dead. You are not white, and you are so silent. When people pass by, you look at them, you want to be in your space. Then they were now suspecting you that maybe you are a terrorist. So they started relating with him based on that, and the lady who was his supervisor started reporting it. So he later saw the report from another senior colleague in Google, and in that report he saw how the lady described him. Mayowa, don't smile. Mayowa, don't talk. Mayowa, don't. So she finished it. I feel threatened around him. So in short, when she continued to give value, energy, can you feel the energy? Value. She didn't just become the child nurse. She became like the natural leader. Even when she's not at duty, they are always saying, let Nike come. When she arrives, say, it's because you are not here. Like good, brilliant comments. She will not be at what they will be calling, what should we do? And in that community, almost like the only black fellow, they now made her a head in that community. So anytime they take pictures, see, they always put her at the middle and they are happy. They are happy. See, it's not really about this color. It's how you express it. The interpretation you give to it. Go to the next one. Another listen like it. Now, this is family. That contribution of ours started affecting the children. In that community, there is a basketball club and competition and stuff like that. Go to the next one. While they were writing a paper on, writing in the newspaper about the basketball, see the person they put as a major in action was his son, because he's identified with her, and he does so well too. I will be begging you now, anywhere I meet you, please contribute to my life. Make life easy for me. Do something good that will make me easy. Make it easier for me also walk through it all. Can we go to the next one? When the uniform is a good one, when you carry an identity that naturally attracts respect, trust, opportunity, or admiration, the danger now is not rejection, because no one will reject all this. The danger now is you not knowing and wasting the advantage. I want to emphasize on this because in the last Uniform Mind Talk, I spoke about that when Pastor Jimmy wanted to get visa, and he didn't use the advantage he had. His mother already contributed a lot to their name, Odukoya, positively. So he just went there like a normal person. I want to apply visa, and they made him pass through the difficulty every other person's. Meanwhile, he has an advantage. So until he went back and used that advantage, I am the son of Pastor Bimbo Odukoya. That thing made me agree to this thing as well. For instance, if you are a woman, by the time you get married, you have to change your surname, right? But some women insist that no, they can't drop their father's name. Now, it doesn't make any sense if your father's name has nothing to contribute per se. Did I say anything bad? But it makes a lot of sense. In fact, the husband should be smarter to say, Otedola. From now on, we'll be using Otedola iPhone. Both you and I, we will change our surname. Otedola iPhone. You show up in a place and say Otedola. Say which Otedola? The same Otedola, you know. You show up in front of Dangote. You know they know each other now. Otedola. Which one? The same one, you know, man. Doors opens immediately. They don't even ask are you good or bad. They just use that senior reputation, put it on you. Can we move forward? So how do you leverage when it is good? Firstly, you have to recognize the advantage. You have to know that this is an advantage. Someone put on the SQI band on his wrist was it at the airport or embassy? I think it's the airport. And this person that was speaking to him was an alumni. It's an alumni, of SQI. And that one was now asking him that, which handband is this at SQI? He was now saying, what is SQI? Then he began to explain. He didn't know that the person he was explaining to knows about SQI than he does. And if he, because of that, favored him, because he already has influence there, favored him without him knowing at all. So the fellow that called said, okay, we were just having a chat, and he said, I met a brother in Etro Airport and this and that. I saw the handband. I was asking him about SQI. He thought I didn't know. So I just signaled to someone to kindly attend because of this. They were trying to. He didn't know. If you observe already that those identity, that symbol that identify you with SQI gives you open door, then it makes sense that as you are dressing up in the morning, you remember to also put it on. I traveled one day. Then I was using my BMW. It uses too much electricity. The battery is even so big. So the battery was already getting weak, and its use of power drains the battery too fast. So as I was coming one day, I didn't know what happened, but I think I was pressed, and I felt that place is safe because there were not too much bushes around. At least before someone could move close to attack, you have seen the person, you enter the car, and then you zoom off. So I felt, oh, this place is good. I parked. I risked myself. But by the time I entered the vehicle to start the car, it wasn't starting again. The battery dead. So even if I see someone coming to attack 3 kilometers away, so I started waving cars down. Help me, jumpstart. Help, jumpstart. No one was stopping, no. Because the identity of people waving down the road and harming them. So I was like, there was no network to even call my mechanic, start traveling down to meet me here. No network. You know, I imagine a lot. Like, what? How will this end today? My wife, my children. So immediately I felt, then I have to do something. I have to change an identity. So I did this. The road safety truck was coming. Whether they will stop me or not, something kicked in my mind that I have to desperately stop these guys. If they do not stop, I have to make sure those coming by from behind see me trying to stop them. That was exactly what I did. I waved. Road safety did not stop. And I was like this after they didn't stop. Now the next car that zoomed after their vehicle was a woman. She stopped and reversed, parked, and they just started my vehicle. So I asked her, why did you stop? She said, normally taking someone from the side of the road like this could be dangerous. You could fake to be anybody. But if you are bad, you won't be struggling to stop. That's what I thought, and I stopped for you. My brother is here. He was working on an oil rig before in It was a contract. But when they were supposed to be paid after the contract, oh my God, they refused to pay. You come to Mosh or go back. Is it Eket in Rivers or Cross River? Akwa Ibom. Traveling, like, pay me, we did a good job. High risks, no helicopter dropping them within the ocean where there are sharks. You know, you fall like this. The way he used to narrate it, you fall, you are gone. Now we have work. Pay me. They didn't pay. Then one day, he didn't know. He just dressed up and he put on, he said you put on one vest, maybe Redeemer's Men's Fellowship or something. SOD, they call it School of Disciple in Redeem. Yeah. And he showed up innocently. And that person also has taken SOD class before. And he enjoyed the class. Say, SOD? Which SOD? School of Disciple? They feel, have you did nothing? Oh my God. Yeah. Learn to use it and apply it to your advantage. Refine the advantage when you eventually get it. Don't damage it. Refine it. Use it to serve, not to show. If you use it to show, you can be cancelled easily. Understand that favor attracts expectations. All right? Favor attracts expectation. Forgive this other bullets. It's a single statement. So when we see you, for example, you put on the band, see SQI, and they say, SQI programmers are good. Is that not? You get favored, right? So because of that, they sign your paper, favored you easily. But attached to that favor is also an expectation. You have to prove that you are good. Oh, people from this side are humble. then you have to be humble. They are great, then you have to be great. Do not apologize for the advantage. Some people mess up their speech that way. The time they get onto the podium, the first thing is to be apologizing for some. You don't need it. You kill the spirit in the room. Instead, what should you do? Multiply it. Let's wrap this up. I've spoken about places, so you may not need to worry yourself much. Every place has its own culture. The same version of you will not work anywhere. Dobale Nibi will not work in New York. All right? So, see this post. Very fine post. If you are selling to CEOs, the uniform you should put on should talk revenue. If you are selling to managers, talk productivity. If you are selling to employees, talk ease. People buy what makes their job easier. Easier. Thank you, sir. Amazing. Now, this is our Edosia software. I was presenting it in a place. Edosia is so powerful that today it has AI staff for your company. Install it for your company, and you have AI bosser, AI lecturer, AI this that will act like the real persons. It's just that they don't have bodies. So if you are chatting, you don't even know. Now I was presenting it in a place, and in that place there are a mix of employees and the president. So the president said something. I said, if the way you have spoken about this Edosia, if we acquire it today, then what will our staff be doing? What do you advise me that I answer? The staffs are there. Advise me. When you find yourself in such a situation, I pray for God's wisdom. Okay, let's go to the next one. Adapt without you losing yourself. Adapt without you losing. When we say change the uniform, we are not really saying change your identity. Nicola Bora. All right? Like, but I'm willing to someone that you must shall put on. That's the one we are encouraging you to change. The next one. You may not choose every identity you carry, but you can choose how it is expressed. If it puts you at a disadvantage, rise and redefine it. If it is an advantage, grow and multiply it. And that will be all for today. Thank you so much. I want someone to read this loudly. Because those characters will be the one that will define my skin or my accent. How do we take questions? Okay, let's quickly come up with questions. I will wait here. The microphone. Okay.
So if you have a question, you can come forward and ask your question. Just walk confidently with your own identity and ask your question. So please, let's do this as fast as we can. Just come forward, just come forward. And if you're watching us online and you have questions, you can also drop it in the chat box. Please, media help us monitor if you have any question from online. Please, if you have question, quickly come forward to the stage. And if you have questions online, please just signify, let us know so we could read it out. Let me monitor from here. And maybe if you are too shy to speak, you can also write it in a sheet of paper, pass it to the usher next or close to you. Ushers, please, you can just help us walk around can wrap 1-2 questions. Please, let's do that very quickly.
Good everyone. My name is Ucho Talo from NID. So my question is based upon what I stated earlier. I was making an example that, for instance, in Ogumoto, when I'm making an example of transportation, that when you're in Ogumoto, you will add calm, that you can take calm and boat to boat. Unlike in Lagos, you have to walk aggressively. So my question now goes that, for instance, within a community, and you now have to act the way you act for them, for you to be able to gain access to what they are doing. But what actually make you different? Because when you start acting like them, you automatically become like them. But what will now make you different? That okay, once you are there, they can easily identify you, or like classify you like, okay, you have already become one of us. So that's my question there.
It seems more like a contribution. Let's appreciate that. So, what's the real question? Can
My
Sister
question is
Janet
that,
help?
for instance, what you have reached a community or you reach an environment and you start acting like them in order to get with people, what is that thing that will make you different, that will use to identify you that you are not really?
I don't know if my brother can answer this, because throughout our growing up in Mushin, somehow we were not. You can't ride us. At the same time, you cannot call us. You know, like, how did we do it? How did we balance it? People that know us from there today still know that we are decent people. But at the same time, you cannot ride us. They could not.
All right, thank you. I think there's a way you can be defensive about your identity if you are convinced that what you are doing is actually right. And I remember that every time there's a junction we pass through, they call it Temple Junction. That Temple Junction, we have somebody they call Sake there. That guy is very good in macheting and bottle fight. But we noticed something, that when we are passing, you don't mix. You understand? We are on 45 on Ifade Street.
Yeah.
And then before you get to the junction, there are several houses. So they know that whenever these guys are going, they are focused. I remember one day we packed a set of foams. If you remember those strips of foams we use for mattress, and then we want to transport it to a place. We put them into a black cellophane bag. But I put it at the back. Those guys were running. They thought it was a gun. So they thought Adeyemi was a CID. Because Adeyemi has this suit that is not motion like. He wears. You understand? I don't know. He called it political. You understand? It's short sleeve.
I remember. It doesn't look weak.
Yes.
It has its strength in a different way.
Thank you.
Not strength in their own way.
Yeah.
That your lips will be black.
So they knew that we are in this place, but we are not of that place. We have two cars parked at that junction. We are using one. You know, they're supposed to have scavenged the whole something. The car was saved there for several years.
And they didn't touch it
until we were ready. You understand? So there was one person next to our room. They call that man Aki. He's now a pastor now.
Whoa.
He's the son of the landlord. He takes Indian hemp.
Brother Aki.
Yes. So police come. You understand? They seek to arrest him. At times he jumps from the window from upstairs. He jumps down and he escapes. But when Daddy decided to treat his fuck up, that day he was caught. Even in the rain, they took him away. I think our stand and the echoes of the way we act against heels was getting to that junction, that they knew that don't get
near these people.
For what can one, don't go near to them, because they don't even know how much we have. There are times we just take some of the parts of the car, we cover it, we bring in. They believe, because they run guns, so they believe that
you have bigger guns.
Yes. So that they have 2 Russian cars there, so that time you have to look for the parts around. You understand? So the kilo took basis on nylon, and then we are just going. We are not. So the way you have your courage, it's not as if you are proud, but
the same time you are not.
They know that you are a no-go area. That is that. So let's try the brother's question again. I just put this at the background.
Yeah.
So your identity, you are a Yoruba man, you are in the US, and this is Trump trying to, maybe you have done very good in a particular area, trying to greet you, and then you go straight down, you prostrate because you are a Yoruba man. Trump, you know, he talks. He said, look at, just look at this. What's he doing on the ground? You understand? So when you are in America, it's not bad. You know how they greet. You greet them. You have your identity. Yes, I appreciate the way some young guys do take their traditional cap. They put it on there. They are proud of it. I think this chess guy started that.
Yes.
So and it's an effect on the youth. Yes. He's saving his identity, yet he's communicating with anybody in the world. So my brother, you don't have to lose your identity. When people say speak their language, there's a way you can speak their language.
Without losing your language.
Without losing your own language.
Yeah.
Do you get what we are talking about now?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, I told you when I enter Oshodi, I walk aggressively. If I walk in a way that I look haggard, look like a real thug, I can still be people. Right? So this thing has a balance. I'm still dressed smartly. I can walk like someone that should not be messed with without walking like a thug. That's what the rector just said, that you walk in a way that they even suspect that is he a CID. You dress in a way that means they feel like there must be more to this person. Let's have one.
All right, thank you very much, sir. So the next question here says, people keep saying I am proud, but I have checked myself and I can't point out how I am proud. What can I do?
That being proud is not a good uniform. As long as people are misinterpreting you, you have to do something about it. You may want to ask those who are saying you are proud. They have said that to me before, and I ask, why do you say I'm proud? Why do you say I am insulted when I speak? I speak my mind. I'm truthful when I speak. Then I was being explained to. My sister helped me in that line, and it taught me. She taught me, and now she doesn't say that again. So if you are not proud, you will find it difficult to ask, why do you say I am proud? Please explain to me, and have a discussion. But if you become offended because of that statement, then you are truly proud.
All right, thank you very much, sir. The next question here says, can our email be used to identify us?
Of course, yes. But NG means Nigeria. The person is talking about the gmail.com. I want to believe. Generally, it can't be used. At a layman level, I can only identify you by the name attached to that Gmail, because most people use Gmail all over the world. But cyber security, it can be used to identify you. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, sir.
Is that all?
No, not yet, sir. So a question from online. This person is saying, from what the director said, when you adapt and do not let people see you as weak, is there not a danger of passing a false narrative about yourself and make wrong assumptions about you?
Is it a good thing to be weak? It is not a good thing to be weak. And it is not good to be perceived as weak as well. What we have been saying is that when you let people perceive you wrongly, it can make life difficult for you. I give you an example of snatching earring from the hair. All right? Just because they feel they can do that with you, you can prevent that damage by not showing. You can learn how to project strength. There was a time in this Ogomosho, a bike man took me, and I don't know how the argument came about. And then he started using a deep voice for me. He does not know where I came from. If I had deeper voice than that. My response, I didn't use deep voice. What did I tell? I said, She kawa masalo, but otin lo mulile. Abi? You know what that means? I'm not shaking by you. My voice is still normal. I didn't say, no, I don't need that. So you need to understand, that reflection I talk, so that you not go and do it wrongly again. So, Kamasalo, looking at him like this, since that day, oh my God, my wife knows him. Anywhere he sees me, with that same deep voice, he will shout, Pastor! You know him? Okay. He will shout. And the respect is there, like, hey, Dad used to tell us that we don't, whenever they like come with their aggressiveness, we don't move. We are not like aggressive too, now become like them, put our shut down. But while you are saying, well, share, we are looking like this. You know what that is communicating? Fear is not a good thing. I'm saying I'm not afraid. There must be a reason why I'm not afraid. We're looking at this. And then you see the same person moving close to you and saying, hello, share. And then he started moving back. Hello, share. Mashibi Van Dam Shogbo. He's not moving back. He didn't say a word. You were just like this. That alone shows strength. And that thing says us a lot. A lot. Even our life. So, that's why we say you should not lose yourself, all right, even in a place. But you make sure your expression exudes what is right. Yeah, what is right. I can never sag because of you. But there is a way I will project my own strength that's different from yours. See, Mr. AY. Sometimes posture shows that you are weak. When you are like this. Then Lagos talks will say, they will give you one name. No, Amoba is good. Almost smelly. Ejeka sumo. But stand tall. Alright? You walk boldly. You are not walking like a top, but you walk boldly, focused. They made a research. They went to the prison. People that have raped before, people that have robbed before, And then they asked them, I wish I knew this before coming. I would have brought the link or whatever. Maybe we share it on our group. And they were asking the prisoners. They will show them something on the CCTV. They will say, among those who are passing in front of this camera, which of these could be your target? He said they consistently chose people that while walking, it doesn't look like they have focus. And they mention other things too. But he said they avoid, throughout the picture, 100%, they avoid people that the dressing shows focus. It's well defined. Are you not confused? Are you getting what I'm talking about? The move, when they look strongly. They look with focus. Like, I am looking at this place, I'm not looking like I'm confused. Policemen use it too. You get to a place, you are looking like you are confused. Among all, you will be wondering, why were you the one he came to straight to ask? Where are you from? From your look, he can be sure that you should know where you are going if you ought to be here. Now, I've used it in several places before. Oh, I don't want to start asking for going through this thing because I'm new here. And I go in straight with boldness because I know I'll be here. So don't settle for whatever brings you disadvantage. Be yourself and know what yourself is. I think I should just hold that today. If we have a few more, let's just take a few more before we call it today.
Except we have questions from the audience, but we have exhausted the questions here already. Okay, there's a question. Please come forward.
Okay. So we are doing all of these things to make your career life easier for you. Easier. You know. Your face looks so familiar. And don't worry, the familiarity is a good one.
Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jubilee. And the last thing you said, knowing yourself, I have a question about that, and that is, in situations whereby, yes, you have a knowledge of yourself, and you have people that have, like, they misunderstand you, and then in that, they push forward a different narrative of that image that they have. How do you maintain, you hold on to that image of yourself internally, and then work to also change that narrative?
It's a difficult one, depending on the stretch of the effects of that damage. And they said bad news travel faster.
Yeah.
Sometimes, if you know your true image is opposite that negative image that's been pushed, you just continue, and naturally it will heal. It's like a wound. Naturally, it will begin to heal by itself. But the first moment might be difficult, because sometimes when you are trying to repair it aggressively, you damage it more. They can begin to pick your words. Like this thing that I used to say, you are not Yoruba, right?
I am.
You are? Okay, and you understand Yoruba well. They said you can insult too much. And then the next response was, whoever said that is crazy. Confirmed. He was trying to defend, to say, but he just continue to do. Somehow people will begin to, and you try to make sure it doesn't happen, because you cannot continue to fight. Sometimes you get tired and you let go. Africa wasn't fighting that image that was being pushed on us. In fact, in a sense, we were even contributing to it. We agree with it, and it affects a lot. It speaks a lot. So sometimes you leave it and let it go. If trying to change it will make it worse. You will notice some leaders does that today. They will say something very horrible about a leader, and then you may not get a response. It's common with Baba Adeboye.
Yes.
Learn from him. He will just continue doing his thing, and it's getting bigger, like crazily bigger. So that part, I think, is usually the best. But also let yourself be seen. Because if you don't see you at all, and we are only hearing from these guys, that's the image we have. That's it. And don't forget, in the last talk, I said the mind is a lazy machine. It wants to get a quick conclusion. So it wants to make its conclusion from those things it has been hearing. So make yourself sing, your positive side. Make it sing continually. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So we have 2 new questions here.
And that will be the last, right?
Yes, that will be the last we're taking for today. So the first one says, because I am short, people look down on me.
I wish you are here to ask that question. Oh my God.
I'm a fellow short individual.
Yeah.
I'm short.
Oh my God.
So because I am short, people look down on me and they always abuse and bully me. And they said I am not behaving like I am aged enough. And I try my best and see that I am not behaving like a child. What can I do?
I love that. Because the person mentioned 2 things now. Number 1 is, you're short. I don't know why you are blaming them for looking down, because they have to look down. But it is not that looking down I believe you are talking about. It is the looking down of, in relationship. But you now said another thing. That they said you don't behave. Those are 2 different things. You can be short. We have someone like that is so short and is older than me in the family. Short like this. Like a child, like Akin and Popo. So it's a difficulty. I'm sorry. That is something inherited that for the first meeting you cannot help it. Okay? But the way this person used to do it, we call him Cicero. Before you hear 2 or 3 statements from his mouth, you will change your behavior towards him. You will change your behavior towards him. So you may want to really learn about what it means that you are not behaving like you are mature. Ask questions. Don't assume that you know, because you say you are, as much as you try. Don't assume you know. Ask questions from someone you can confide in. I don't talk. Why did they say I don't speak like a mature person? I am already immature in height. In quotes. So what am I projecting that will not make them finally judge me? You might want to learn that. Cicero speaks and then you listen. Gets a microphone here. The respect will come immediately. And it's as short like, not even tall up to it, like a, what is it before a teenager? Not infants. Adolescent is as short as that, not even as a teenager. So learn, how do I project? Forgive the first expression. Forgive those ones. Smile at it. Smile like a mature person. An immature person will say, I am not sure. I'm not short. You are the one that is short. You don't know that. That's immature. When they come disrespectful, smile like a mature person. Then let the next statement prove that you are wrong. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, the contribution.
Please permit me to sit down. I'm not proud, but I don't want to take the place of the teacher. So let me sit down, please. About the person he used as an example, we lived with this person for several years together, and the person went to LAUTECH here. He's short, and he became the general secretary, not assistant, the general secretary of the student union, and he had been the one of the most popular general secretaries. And when they were going for the election, he had more votes, more than the president. So if
as a general secretary,
yes, if he had even gone for president, he would have won. Now, having that support, whenever the student union needs anything from the government, they put him forward. In fact, they put him on the bus we call EDFA.
They have to put him on the bus.
Yes,
so that
those
coastal
buses, yes. Educational Trust Fund, EDFA. So they put him on it, and when Ladoja came out, they needed another bus. Babaji was going old. We had a bigger bus like that, we call it Babaji. So they needed another bus. It was through his speech they gave Lautech another bus.
The governor
gave
Lautech another bus through his speech. I hope you are following that.
The governor said, take my number. Whenever you have the chance, check me at the government house.
The current Olubado.
Yes, the current Olubado. Now, that was in school. This person is the one that made me to ever shake a state governor.
Wow.
That was Akala. It was so popular that they call him the friend of the governor. They didn't call him a short man. Say Ore Gomina. So they said, make way. Governor said whenever he comes, he should enter.
That's true.
Then they put him in a special ante room. So the governor will be in the parlor talking with people, and then he knows that Cicero is there. Once he finishes with that meeting, it comes to him.
No more private place.
So it depends on what is coming out from us. Like the director said the other time, he said, project the good thing about you. Let them know fast about you have good things. This is not show. This is not that you want to show yourself, but project the good things about you. Like they are hearing that in a group they are doing something, and they say, okay, I want to meet the person doing it, and it's you. Who will dare call you a short person? As I am, there are height that intimidates me. I have to be looking up like this. Very tall people. Imagine me beside the president,
the king.
Yes, of Ogbomoso.
You become a short person.
Yes,
that's true.
So being short is relative. Okay, that's even physically. Now there are short people or shorter people even than you that are progressing in life, that they did no more see them as such people, but maybe as a world-class comedian, maybe as a scientist. This guy is a scientist, is now in the US and doing extremely very, very well. Okay, so it depends on the way you project yourself. Let me have this because I might not have the chance to take the mic again. There are several times I've seen people greet me as officer when I was in Lagos. Why? Mr. Timothy had a shoe, black shoe with lace. If you dare wear that shoe with a black trouser, in Lagos they will say you are an officer.
Finish it up with a black shoe.
Is it there? Yes.
Yeah, it's a black shoe.
So if you now wear black trouser, they believe that you just off the upper something, that you just want to be among the civilians. So when I got close to military barracks too, if you are clean shaven and you are wearing a boot, no matter what you wear on top, they will say, "Oh, guy, you are welcome, sir." So one day I was traveling to the oil rig. I used to rugged myself there before they come and take helicopter to come and carry you. So I got to Port Harcourt and I was crossing to Akwa Ibom. So there's this bridge, that big bridge with iron. You used to see it now on the social media. So whenever you want to cross that bridge, once it's 7 o'clock, they will advise you not to cross because there are thieves and robbers around. So I slept in the car. So the next morning we crossed. So as we crossed, I asked, where can I get the next bus? He said, I have to cross to the other side, this and this. So as I was going, some boys, 4, they started approaching me. And they were like, they knew that those who are crossing that road are likely going to the Hoyrig and they have money. They have money. And that day, I was already, you have to put on your safety boots. I was on safety boots, so you won't know, is it an officer or an oil worker? So they said, what do you have? What do you have? What do you have? So as they started roughhanding, I had a jacket on. I put my hand there. It's only ID card I have here. That's how they just jogged. They just went back. So I asked somebody, a Port Harcourt boy, that what do they want to say? That they can do anything and push inside gutter, deep gutter, and nobody
they're gone.
We catch them, but they will just cross over to the other side and then they mix with other people. Okay, so the way you dress and the way you are is the way people will, first of all, your first perception. Do you get what I'm talking about now?
Yeah.
So that single act just saved me. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay, so this will be our last question for today.
Okay.
Someone says, how can we use our mindsets to define our identity? Because I believe that whatever we want to achieve starts with a mindset. And without knowing where you start from, or where you're starting from, you probably will not know where you are heading. So the summary of the question is just, how can we use our mindset to define our identity?
Okay. So let's change it to redefine. Because if it is right, you won't want to. In fact, it's already defined in a certain way. And you only need to redefine if it is working against you. And it's not all identity that needs to be redefined. Okay, because it may not necessarily mean that it is bad. All right, it may just be because of the interpretation where you are. So let's focus on the ones that are bad and working against you, really, really bad. Let's say it's the way you speak. Some people said they feel closer to the people they insult. Like when you are insulting each other, calling each other all kinds of extreme names, that's when they feel intimate with you. But okay, you now want to come into this professional world. Well, I warn you, be sure what you call like this is me. It's not you. You learned it from your home. It's unfortunate that you grew up there. I don't speak Mushin language in my mouth again. In any way. Are you getting what I'm talking about? If I did not tell you, you wouldn't know. So now that you are out of it, the next thing is to be learning a different language. Open yourself to people that will help you know that, they don't say that kind of word here. Abba. Then as you are learning the new language, you begin to practice. See, the way we function, with your mind, you cannot do anything just with your mind, actually. The things you do successfully are the things you do with your subconsciousness. All right? You have to keep practicing that thing till it becomes part of you. It enters your subconsciousness. Are you getting what I'm talking about? Before, to use a belt when I'm driving used to be uncomfortable. But it's not safe, number one. Number two, it delays me because road safety will have to stop and ask for sort of things. I kept on saying that it's not comfortable. But I realized when I understood this, that you only needed to train your mind. I make sure I am practicing it. Now, if I don't use it, I don't feel complete. Are you getting me? Until I draw it to use it. You just have to start practicing the new identity. And then it becomes you. Once it is bad, don't hold on to it and say, this is me. To change it, it only takes practice. And the ones that you cannot change, or that I am proud to be Yoruba boy, I can never get anywhere and say I am not. Are you getting what I'm talking about? But if you have a wrong perception about it, about that tribe, then I will give you something different before I leave. That's the last question, right?
Yes.
So I will just leave you with this. The world may judge you by the uniform you wear, but it will remember you by the impact you make. And eventually, that impact will change the reputation of the uniform. Thank you so much.
Can we jam our hands together? This was a very amazing session. Thank you so much, sir. We have learned a lot. We have learned a lot. Thank you so much, sir. That was very, very, very profound. I hope you got many things. I won't say one or two things. Many things. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow, this was a very, very, very amazing session. Thank you so much once again, sir, for your time and for devoting your energy to do this for us. We are very grateful. Okay, so we are gradually coming to the end of this Mind Talk event, but we have a few announcements before we go back to our classes. Media, please help us project the Show Your Work winners for this month. Just help us with that. But before we project the Show Your Work winners, okay, which is already being projected, there are a few things that we would have to work on. And now for some of us, it's our first time of hearing what Show Your Work means. So it just means there are things that you're working on in your classrooms, irrespective of the departments that you're in. There are things you're building. There are tasks that you're working on. So we want you, we are giving like an opportunity for you to showcase that. Tell people this is what I'm working on. So we do this every month. You just talk about what you have built or what you have done for that month. If you're in graphics class, it could be a design, it could be an animated video, it could be a simple app that you worked on, irrespective of whatever department you are. So you post about that and you share a little story regarding it. Tag SQI College of ICT, use the hashtag I study at SQI, hashtag show your work, hashtag SQI Coding School. So yours is to post. The team will look across our social media handles and take it up from there. So if you're part of the qualified winners for the month, you stand a chance of winning 100,000 naira prize alongside other participants or other people who also showed their work. But there are a few things that we have noticed regarding the competition. But so for some of you might have been applying many times and you're like, I've never seen my name up here. They are doing Ojoro. Well, there's really no Ojoro. There's no Ojoro at all. What we noticed is there are some links that certain people drop in the form. Some of the links are not accessible. So maybe you created the link but you forgot to change the accessibility from private to public. So there were some links that we were unable to access. So you might want to look into that going forward. So whenever you create a link for what you did, maybe share it with a friend first. Ask them, were you able to access this before you now post it online? So that is one thing. So please ensure that your links are accessible. They are not broken and they are not private links. And lastly, there are some projects that are rejected due to over-reliance on AI. So the people who are behind, or let me say the team behind checking for this, they are people who are smart enough to detect that this person, you just went to AI and said, give me a project, it is, now the problem is not that you're using AI. The problem is that AI is the person that did it. It's not you. So we know, we see it. We saw, this is not you. So we want your own fresh idea. Now you can inquire from AI, make it better, just add the little thought. But then it is not something that is entirely built by AI, then you come and present. And 100K is a lot of money for AI too. Do you get? Yeah. So please, we want your own originality. We want to see you. We want to see your own personal touch. We know AI when we see it. So please, any project that we see over reliance on AI in, we reject them instantly. So that may be the reason why you have not been winning. Or maybe because your links are broken. So you might want to work on that for the next edition. So our winners for the month are media. Okay, so we have from the software engineering level 2 department, Felix Oluwapelumi. Can you guys, if you're here, we'd love to celebrate you. I'm guessing he's not here. We have Aderinto Jeremiah. from the Java department, level 3, and also from the Ogbomoso campus. We also have from the web development department, level 2, Alabi Deborah Anuoluwa. Celebrate now. Are they here? If they are here, please rise up. Thank you and congratulations. And then we have Ajiboye Oladoye Samson from the software engineering department, Ogbomoso campus. Is he here? Is Ajiboye here? I'm not sure he is. So for the winners, please ensure that after the program you meet up with Mr. Timi Alamo for your prize. After now, once again, congratulations and thank you for participating. So next month, please, you also should participate. Share your work. Don't build in silence. If you don't announce yourself, we will. So please. So the other announcement that we have here is the post-UTME screening will be holding on the 21st of November. So all concerned candidates should please take note of this. Post-UTME screening holds on the 21st of November. So please, let's take note of that. Then this is to ND1 students, the ND1 students. So all ND1 students are implored to complete their documentation as soon as possible and also complete the payment of their tuition fee. So all ND1 students, please complete your documentation and pay your tuition fees as soon as possible. And we are starting a games club. I'm not say we are starting. It is already like in motion before now, but we are making it official. So we are starting a games club, and it's going to be, there are some things that are advantages for you in this life. If me said now, I know how to play chess, Sunday Onokoya would have taken me out of here. So some things can be an advantage to you. Some things can just be skills that you pick up. You see, the man that played the saxophone for us today, if he had played it and he was trying to play SQI anthem, we are hearing happy birthday, we all would not want to call him back. Do you get? So there are some things that could serve as advantages to you, and this is also one of them. So we're starting a games club. It will be held every Friday here at the main hall by 3 p.m. So you can just come around. There are different board games that you can play: chess, Ludo, give me other ones, Scrabble, Monopoly, all games. So you just come here 3 p.m. every Friday. The setup will be ready. Just come, learn, and participate. Meet other new people that you could, have a good time with. And the last announcement for today: convocation. I'm particularly happy to announce this because I'm a fellow convocant. Yeah. So this is to announce that for the first time in the history of SQI College of ICT, we would be having our first convocation ceremony. So for some years now, we have been having diploma programs. We have had graduates. I am a proud one of them. We've had graduates from our diploma programs over the years, but there hasn't been an official convocation ceremony. So this is to invite all past students, all past alumni of that completed an ND or NID program here. Please, you all, including everyone, you all are invited to the convocation ceremony. It's happening here at the Ogbomoso campus on the 22nd of November. That's a Saturday. So it's a good way to do Owambe. So 22nd of November 2025 here at the main campus by 10 a.m. So please, let's come together. Let's hear the inspiring stories of Anwa Jagun Shegun. They fought and they won, and now they are doing amazing things in their own fields. And also, please, this announcement, this invitation is open to everyone. It's not like it's just for people that did diploma programs. If you were a PDC student, you have graduated, come around. We want to celebrate everyone. All our past students, all our alumni, you are welcome. So when did I say it is again? Can you face someone sitting next to you and say you are invited? Tell them you are invited. They are invited. So please come around and let's celebrate with these amazing people who have passed through this journey. And all past students, all past NID students and current NID2 students are to wait behind after the event today to get their official convocation invitation letter. That looks long. It's fine. The invitation letter, the official invitation letter. So please, all NID, past NID students and those that just completed their NID2, please wait behind for your official convocation invitation letter after now. Have you had a good time today? Are you going on with value? Are you going on pumped with energy? Do you know who you are now? You know your identity. That's amazing. Can you give yourself a round of applause? So, officially we have come to the end of the 11th edition of the Mind Talk program for the year 2025. We only have one more to go before the year runs out, and I'm sure you don't want to miss the December edition. So thank you everyone for joining in today. See you next month.